Is a pole shift happening within you? If you're here, you're meant to hear this message. This pole shift that is occurring is happening from the inside out. We thought it was going to happen outside of ourselves, and apparently we are cracking open this false self and illuminating like a mirror our true self. The mirror is like a pole shift. And the enlightening process is a destructive process. It's not about becoming happier or better. It's about crumbling away all things that are not true, the falseness, the mask. The mirror is the true self. So when we look at an hourglass and we turn it upside down, we're going to see things from another perspective. We have to dedicate ourselves to transforming our inner world in order to transform our outer world. And it is a hard shift because we're replacing old habits, old thoughts, old actions, old beliefs, old emotions. Like the golden ratio, we spiral out and we grow larger and larger. As we grow larger, we begin to receive downloads. This image here is a piece of art that was showcased on Harry Potter, and you have this piece in your art. Individuals holding up the platforms of gods. Hermione says they are muggles who deserve what they get. A muggle is someone stuck in the energy of the moon, sin. The god of the moon was called Sin, shame, ignorance, and narcissism. Many statues showcase gods or goddesses standing on top of smaller individuals supporting them all over the world. And even the cosmic turtle reflects the elephant supporting a world above it. So this is you. And your piece really was perplexing at first. I couldn't understand it. Your face looks like a table, and everyone seems to be looking within your face like you are a hologram, almost like the District 12. They're looking at your life. These faces looking at your life are blowing on you and manipulating your mind. One goddess is above you, holding your eyebrow like a wand, and someone at 5 o'clock is blowing things your way. So it seems we've been under mind control for a long time, and that is what the spiral reflects at 7 o'clock. Spiral is spell, mind control. At 11 o'clock, there are individuals looking inside a pool or water like a hologram or a looking glass. And the people underneath are holding up the realm of a god. Now, you used to be with the gods. So your head is part of the world of the gods, and your body is part of the muggles. So this means that you're going through a pole shift. And this pole shift is uncomfortable. So we see a railroad track sign and it's down. This means that we have to stop and wait for the train to come. So you are in the waiting time. And this waiting time is very uncomfortable because it's almost like we are in purgatory. We are in the eye of the needle. We are learning to become nothing in order to become everything. Becoming nothing means that we release all of our beliefs, our emotions, and everything that we ever knew, and we change ourselves and we change our thought process and we change our heart, and we go from the mind to the heart. And in the shift, we become illuminated. We adopt the rainbow light body and we become tetrahedrons. We shift. The tetrahedron used to go in and out, and then it goes out and in. And the Merkaba, we begin to adopt the body of the Merkaba. We're becoming light bodies. And in order to become light as a feather, light as a butterfly, light as a Merkaba, we cannot have pain, suffering, ego, individualism. Because when we turn your piece upside down, we see this polar shift tells a completely different world. This is a young girl with a red hat. And in her hands, she is balancing two eyes. To be balancing two eyes is to be balancing the moon and the sun. She is standing in water. She is under a rainbow. And being under the rainbow and balancing is a reflection of coming to true balance. The true balance of who you truly are, not your false self, not what you were told your whole life. The hourglass always has to be turned upside down, otherwise time stops. So when the hourglass is being turned upside down, from the time that it goes from one polar opposite direction to the other, there is a pausing moment. And this pause is where we are now. We are waiting. We are waiting for this shift to completely twist things upside down. And when it does, like lightning or like a thief in the night, our world will change. We will begin to hear a voice of a divine order. This divine order will bring us friends, lovers, and acquaintances that are meant to be for us in divine order. We will be given food in a divine order. We will be basically following a natural and divine order that keeps us healthy and happy. When we go against divine order of God, which spells out dog, we are following a false matrix. The false matrix is individualism, selfish actions and thoughts that are not the true self. The true self is about collective consciousness and about inner illumination, power, knowledge, life, and abundance, glory, and just overwhelming amount of joy. The water is reflective of shifting from manhood to godhood. Now we can see that we did your piece as a mirror here. And in the mirror world, we see a owl, and the owl is holding two parallel worlds that mirror each other. There's a river that goes to the east and a river that goes to the west. If we scrunch it in even further, we see a Christ, and there's a baptismal pool on the right, a baptismal pool on the left. Being baptized is being energized by living waters, going from manhood to godhood. It is a major shift. It's a polar shift. And this shift is taking our brain, the right and left hemisphere of our brain, and putting us down the center of the brain and enlightening and awakening that pineal gland and connecting ourselves to our higher selves, like a marriage. So your energy was sent here to bring forward this Christos Christ energy within our brains and to bring the polar shift. So when you go through this polar shift, we go through this polar shift. This is where it's significant. Some people are sent here for a specific reason. We live our whole lives not knowing why we're here. And the reason you're here is to shift the poles. Now, I know that we've all been collectively shifting our poles within ourselves. Will this shift our poles outside of ourselves too? I think so. Eventually it will. Notice the two H's, one at 9 o'clock and one at 3 o'clock. All these H's, and there's an H even at 12 o'clock. This is the higher realm, the lower realm, Hogwarts. And this is your piece as a mandala. It's so beautiful. Thank you for your energy that teaches us about how to shift the polarity of our minds and our hearts. Let us be patient and know that this shift will occur in divine timing. We just have to wait it out.